Hey guys, it's Nate, aka TheFutAccountant. Welcome back to the channel. FC25's biggest nemesis is shapeshifting next, and now I just want to know, what position is he going to be overpowered in now? We've got leaks for team number 2 of the Shapeshifters promo, including the first 5 playstyle plus card since Kaká in the season pass. But also there still remain some questions. What SBCs are we going to be getting after the very good value David Beckham? Who's going to be that card for team 2? And EA has teased 2 different story evolutions for week 2 of Shapeshifters, but what's that going to look like? And are Shapeshifter Team 1's going to be a good investment? And are Team of the Season cards about to drop in price? We have a lot to discuss today, guys. If you're excited for it, drop a thumbs up and subscribe if you are new. Let's get things started as we always do by looking back over yesterday's Wednesday content, which there's really not a whole lot to look back on. But first, we do have a Flashback player SBC that some people were looking forward to. It is the Timo Werner Flashback card. 4-star skills, 5-star weak foot. He's got 99 pace and the rapid plus. That's the big draw to this card. Timo Werner's always been pretty meta in game because he's been super fast. I remember using his TOTS card in FIFA 18, which with the TOTS dynamics that you can put on these cards, maybe still through the Evolutions cosmetics, I'm still a little tempted to do this SBC, but I don't think the price is really worth it. He's got finesse, he's got pinged pass, he can play striker, right mid, right wing. Of course, the max pace, great shooting, good dribbling as well. The playstyles are good. We're just missing low driven. If we had low driven, this card would be completed, I think, by a lot more people, maybe myself included. Maybe a trickster would have been nice as well. But he's going to be bad fast in game. He's got all the roll plus pluses because this is actually a Shapeshifters flashback card. Believe it or not, guys, this is a true flashback. EA did a 1-for-1 like-for-like flashback to his FIFA 22 Shapeshifters card. Exact same stats, exact same dynamic image, exact same skill moves, and weak foot, everything. That's a true flashback to me. This is what we wanted with the flashback in Cuckoo during Ultimate TOTS that we didn't get. But again, it's the price here that I think is just too much. Now, if you're like, Nate, there's exchanges out. Yeah, that might be the reason why EA dropped this SBC at the price that it is, because there are exchanges. But to me, I still don't think it's worth 550,000 coins. Some people do, though, because they know he's going to be meta in game. You see the upvote to downvote ratio here. He's positively upvoted for the card. I do believe the SBC is downvoted. Yep, 76% on Footbin there. So this is not one that I'm necessarily thinking I'm going to complete, but this tweet, after I tweeted about what do you think this Timo Werner would cost on the market, obviously he would not be 500k, but this response here from Harry of Timo Werner in the FIFA 19 design got me thinking about FIFA 18 Timo Werner. That was an absolute beast for me back in those days. Absolutely love that card. So I'm a little tempted to do that SBC, but I think for now it's going to sit on the back burner just in case the Shapeshifters refresh this weekend, and maybe, or the Shapeshifters, the squad shifters exchanges, if those refresh, maybe I'll think about it. But let me know in the comments if you're going to do that one or if it's just too much for you. Now, the other SBC we had yesterday was a Shapeshifters Team 1 upgrade pack, and it's kind of nice to know that this means we're probably going to get a guaranteed Shapeshifters pack every single Wednesday for the team that is in packs. It's a chance, albeit a very low chance, of packing something good from the promo team. Also, I believe this pack did not include the icons, so that's a bit unfortunate, but that's a Team 1 guaranteed pack there for an 85 and an 86 rated squad with a Team of the Season. Now, since it required a Team of the Season, I want to talk about TOTS prices, because you'd think, oh, they haven't been requiring as much of those recently. We talked about that in the last couple of videos. We saw that TOTS card prices were starting to drop. They're continuing to drop, and there's another reason why. TOTS cards are now 18,000 coins, and you can see that all these people that are listing these cards are investors. No games played, right? They're not first owners. This is investors selling TOTS cards because of this right here. There was a pack added to the code yesterday as a 91 plus tradable Team of the Season pack, including highlights. This seems like it would be the tradable TOTS pack SBC that we were mentioning in the past couple of days that might bring tradable TOTS supply to the market and make fodder TOTS cards drop. Now, we've seen this story play out with Team of the Weeks already this year. Team of the Weeks went from minimum price 10, 11,000 coins before Team of the Season all the way up to 20, 25k, and now Team of the Weeks are back down to 11, 12, 13k because of the tradable supply that is still there, and being able to put Team of the Seasons into SBCs as well. Now, would a tradable TOTS pack refreshing each week, if it came out like the Team of the Week pack is right now, would that make TOTS prices drop all the way down to like minimum? I don't know if they'll go to minimum since they're higher rated, and I think a lot of people would rather put in the TOTS right now than a Team of the Week because they are higher rated, but it's probably going to make these cards dip down in price. And once again, EA is not requiring a lot of Team of the Season cards in SBCs right now to make those TOTS cards go up. So that is one thing I did want to mention about TOTS cards. We said it in the last couple of days, and maybe it's a time to sell those if you have any still in your club. We're just waiting to see when this 91 plus pack is going to be out. The only good thing from this is, just like the Team of the Week pack, if TOTS cards stay 15, 16, 17,000 coins plus in value, even after this drops, this could be a tradable SBC to get some coins each and every day if you have extra 84s or 85s. Hopefully this SBC is less than like 25k. I doubt it's going to be super cheap. It's probably going to be 20, 25,000 coins to complete, but it could, if you use untradeable fodder in it, give you some tradable coins back, and that's a way you could build some coins. So that's one thing I did want to mention. But since we're on the topic of fodder, let's take a look at fodder and talk about how it's going to move today on Thursday with Division Rivals rewards. I think there's an investment opportunity here for the short term. I'm looking at 87s, 88s, and 89s because of exchanges. Yes, I know the exchanges are expiring on Friday, and they're probably going to come back. Maybe they won't come back until next week. We'll have to see. That's a big talking point. But for now, they're still out, and I think people are going to see the leaks for Shapeshifters Team 2 that we're going to talk about today, and one to build some exchange packs to see if they can pack Shapeshifter Team 2 cards. I think these cards are going to be a good investment today during Division Rivals rewards that supply. For an hour or two after rewards, get on the bids, get on the snipes for these cards. Make sure they at least drop though. Like if 88s only go down to 6,500 coins and that's all they drop, that's really not worth a buy in my opinion. You want to see these cards drop like 2,000 coins. Like if these go to under 6k, if the 87s go to like 7,000 coins, maybe 8k, if the 89s are like 10,000 coins for the expensive ones, and maybe Hegerberg and Odegaard are like 7k or something like that, or Hegerberg's like 5k, I think that's a decent investment there. So if you see drops, get on bids, get on snipes, and then you'd probably want to sell them Friday right before Shapeshifters Team 2 comes out, because if the exchanges don't refresh, those will probably come back down, but that'll be a great time to sell them as people will be most likely doing those exchange packs for team number 2. Now, that was the last part of content to really discuss from yesterday, except for the news tab that's here regarding the leaks. We'll get into that in a second, and a couple of pop-up messages. This is all EA related news I guess we should talk about here. A couple of things. EA had this message pop up in game yesterday that said log on to Ultimate Team to earn 1,000 skill points. Well, skill points are what you use in pro clubs to level up your player, but season points are what you use inside of Ultimate Team to level up in the season, or XP as it used to be called. So they said skill points here, but they showed the SP logo, but nobody seemed to be getting the 1,000 SP that this pop-up message was promising. So I don't know what's going on here. There's a QR code along with this that actually, if you scanned it, which I did yesterday during the stream when we saw it pop up, it took me to an unlisted video on the EA Help YouTube channel that said like how to work the transfer market on FC25, and it was hilarious because all the comments on that video were like, here for my 1,000 SP, where's my 1,000 SP? So something was happening with a mistake with this, it seems. I guess maybe we'll wait and see if EA do drop some SP. I do believe the game is now on Xbox Game Pass, so maybe that's one of the things EA is going to do to help jumpstart people who are just getting into the game on Xbox there. I don't know. We'll see if EA say anything about that. Are we due compensation? Probably not. That's one of those things that EA will just never mention, but we noticed because we saw it. Now, one thing that we did notice, and they did do, is drop Champs qualifier points. 1,000 of those were given out yesterday, and EA is absolutely starting to turn the page and try to build up the hype for FC26 based off their tweets. This is the second tweet in 2 days talking about the future. First one was about what icon should be in the next game. Now it's who should be on the cover of the next FC. And actually, it's kind of funny to think about for a second. Who is going to be on the cover of the next game? Jude Bellingham again? You think Lamine Yamal would be maybe one of the best options for EA because he's just one of the rising stars in football right now, one of the biggest names. But oh wait, he's signed by PES because Barca's got to deal with PES, and PES signed him as well. eFootball, sorry. So I don't think it's going to be Lamine Yamal. Who's it going to be then? Ousmane Dembele, somebody else from PSG? Or is it going to be like, are they going to do Endrick because they've been glazing Endrick? I don't know. Like, I'm really curious to know who's on this cover now. I'm sure it's already decided, by the way. They're asking us who's going to be on it, but surely it's been decided now for a while because the game is actually only 3 months away, which is crazy to say. But that was one thing I saw them tweet yesterday. Not that there's a lot of hype for it, but I thought it was worth mentioning because it looks like that's the way they're starting to turn with their stuff on their Twitter. We might not be far away from some sort of FC26 first trailer news and stuff like that. So anyways, that's a long ways away, but those are some EA related things that happened yesterday on this game. Now, let's get into the leaks, the real big news that was really the content yesterday, and that was this news tab in the loading screen here. Again, EA's not really dropping loading screens anymore when you log in because they don't even show half the time. They just put the teasing cards for the next promo inside of this news tab. And we have here the first 5 playstyle plus cards since Kaká. That is Cruyff as a left mid 5-star with 99 dribble and 99 passing, or 98 passing, sorry. We've got all official stats for these 3 cards here. That left card, we were really contemplating who is it going to be. It's Putellas, and I don't think that's that great of a Putellas card. We'll talk about that in a second, but that hero is Eden Hazard. Let's get into the leaks, guys, because this Cruyff was leaked before content as a 5 playstyle plus debut card coming into packs, and ASY Foot Trader mentioned that he is the star in Shapeshifters Team 2. Of course, he's not a right wing, he's a left mid, but as we take a look at these official cards, this is the official Cruyff card: 96 pace, 98 pass, 99 dribble, tech, incisive, rapid, tiki-taka, and finesse. That's a pretty crazy card. I think there's a bigger name icon in this team. Maybe he's going to be 98 rated, maybe not. But there's another really big name icon that's been leaked that rivals Cruyff. The next one is Putellas. We mentioned that her card maybe doesn't look as great as you would expect. If you look at Team of the Season Putellas, she has like 97 pass, 98 dribble, and 96 shooting, but she only has 90 pace. So basically they took the high passing stats, put it on the pace, and gave her some more striker-esque playstyle pluses: low driven, finesse, rapid, and first touch. It does look like a crazy card, but I think I'd maybe rather use the Team of the Season, in my opinion. Haven't used Putellas in a long time, would love to pack this card regardless, but that is one of the main cards that is coming in this team, is a 98 rated, as is Eden Hazard, and he's actually only a 96 according to that loading screen in game. Finesse, technical, press proven, and low driven. You love the finesse and you love the low driven. The technical too. Press proven I could have done without. Not saying it's not deserved, but a rapid or a quick step would have been cool too. But those are some really good stats, and you know that Hazard is going to be pretty expensive, just like the Cruyff and the Putellas are going to be. So those are official stat leaks that we have there. But here is the one that I think a lot of us are scared of. Theo Hernandez is coming as a shapeshifter. Now the question is, what position is he going to be? He's in packs, guys. By the way, some people were seeing this in like, there's no way he's going to be the SBC. It's leaked that he's going to be in packs, not the SBC. Wherever he's dropped, wherever they position change him to, whether it is CDM, whether it's center back, whether it's striker, whatever, he's going to be overpowered. It's Teo. We know this. There's people that have position changed Teo into the midfield with other evolutions, and he's still an absolute beast. So we know this card's going to be crazy. It's the FC25 Nemesis, probably the most hated card in this year's game because of how overpowered he is. These are not official stats, once again. Need to mention that, but watch out for that leak today because that's one of the biggest name cards that is in packs, as is Rodri. He's getting another card. Center back would be really interesting for him. He's a little bit short for that, but after using Team of the Year Rodri for a very large number of games, he's very, very good. We'll just have to wait and see what position he's going to end up being and what stats he has. Now, this is where it gets good, all right? Cruyff is the headliner, the star shapeshifter. Hello, Ronaldinho would like to beg to differ with that. Foot Sheriff is leaking Ronaldinho that he is going to be a striker card. That's in the description over here on the right. He says he will be a striker, but the stats are a prediction. So it's not that big of a position change for Ronaldinho. Hopefully he's got 5 playstyle pluses as well. If he's only got 4 and he's not 98 or 97 rated, then what are we doing? One thing I will mention too is if they put Cruyff on this loading screen and not Ronaldinho, there's maybe a small chance that this Ronaldinho could be in Team 3 or a future team of Shapeshifters, since we're only halfway through this promo at Team 2. There's 4 weeks. Yes, I know 4 weeks is a long time. Would have been nice to have something else in there. We'll talk about a couple of other things in a second, but this is a Shapeshifters Ronaldinho leak. That's a big one. A lot of people have been evolving or waiting to evolve the 93 base version in whatever 93 Evos we're supposed to be getting that we haven't had too many of, or packing the Foot birthday from the 1 of 10 historical pick and then putting Playstyle Plus evolutions on that version. Ronaldinho getting a special card. That's going to be people saving packs for sure. Maybe some of the exchange packs, in case you get lucky and have a chance at packing this card. So he's leaked there. Also, Isak. I'm saying, man, is this Team 2 better than Team 1 maybe? There's some pretty good names here. Isak's going to be a center mid. Stats are predicted, but Foot Sheriff says he's going to be a midfielder. That could be a good one. This Saka card is official stats. So this is the official Saka, 97 rated, center attacking mid, finesse, technical, incisive, and tiki-taka. That looks like a really good card. A very good Saka card. So I'm actually pretty interested in that one. I used Saka's team of the season. That's a big defensive boost. He's got great passing, solid shooting pace, dribbling, and physical as well. If he can play center mid too, maybe an attacking CM role for this stage of the game, maybe has like one defensive playstyle, like an intercept or something, that could be a really good card. So that's the official Saka card. And the last card we have leaked right now is Valverde. He's going to be a striker, and these are not official stats. So that Saka was official, but this Valverde is not. He is a striker, though. They give almost all the strikers right now low driven and finesse. So if they're going to give that to Valverde too, that could be a pretty crazy card. So those are the player leaks that we have. Of course, it's a Thursday today. There's going to be more of them. Even by the time you're watching this video, there might be a few more. So watch out for more players leaked, especially icons and heroes. Like right now we have the Cruyff and we have the Eden Hazard on the loading screen here. We have the Ronaldinho. We're waiting for a few more names in terms of the icons and the heroes there. But Team 2 is looking pretty good so far. I don't know about you. Compared to Team 1, it's an early shout, but maybe Team 2 is clear. We'll just have to see. Of course, when we look at a Team 2 or a Week 2 of a promo, the SBCs and the EVOs mean so much. And as of right now, we do not have any SBCs leaked, but there was kind of a cryptic tweet put out by one of the leakers yesterday that said that allegedly the SBCs for this week of Team 2 are not going to be that great. I mean, obviously, Beckham was good. Vidic was not. The other player SBCs, Lewandowski was good. Savinho, whatever. It's there. Timo, Werner, again, it's expensive. It's there. Claudio Marquisio. If you're interested in the player that's released, then it could be good for you. But it didn't look like any of these SBCs coming for Team 2 were going to be crazy. But one thing I do want to kind of focus in on now, because I think we should get some leaks about it, surely, right? Was this little teaser that EA put on the actual Shapeshifters website last week. We've been kind of mentioning this and looking forward to it. EA said, keep an eye out during the second week of Shapeshifters for 2 new story-driven EVOs. 2 new story-driven EVOs. And when you think of story-driven EVOs, you think of what just happened with the Zinedine Zidane. That to me would be a story-driven EVO. They gave us the free card. We upgraded it earlier on in the year. So a lot of people are thinking maybe it's going to have to do with the Roma trio of Ibarbo, Doumbia, and Gervinho. Maybe it's going to have to do with the Maradona card. Maybe the free Jude Bellingham and Bonmati they gave out earlier in the year. And one last shout I want to make is, this is not a leak right now, but this is just maybe speculation. We've been asking for goalkeeper evos for a long time. Basically, since evolutions have come out, we have been asking for goalkeeper evos in this game. And there was just a card design added to the code. I'm looking to see if it's here in game. I do not see it at the moment. But there was just a new card design added called Gloves to Goals Icon. Could this potentially be the first goalkeeper evo? That's a far out shout. Like, I'm just guessing at this point, but like that would be some sort of story evo that would be like really intriguing. And if there was a time to test something like this, like it would be now. Obviously, we would love to have goalkeeper evos, but that's not something EA has done so far. That's just a guess once again from me because of this card design. Gloves to goal icon. That's literally the Shapeshifter icon design. I don't know what this is, but does this have to do with the 2 story-driven evos that they mentioned? So watch out for leaks today because that could be a part of it. I got a spidey sense there. Could be off, but that's one thing I wanted to mention there. So watch out for other leaks, maybe related to evos as well for Team 2. So those are the leaks that we have. Of course, that's the biggest news. Question that I have for you guys right now, looking at that is, as we maybe get more leaked cards too, does that look worth it to you enough to save packs, maybe to save some exchanges? 85 times 5 today of content to craft those, or is it not worth it? You're just going to rip. Or, you know what? If you're not feeling the vibes of content right now, maybe it is worth just saving a couple, because getting on the game and having a few packs and then opening for a brand new promo team, there's just something that hits kind of different about that. Now, let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. Let's talk Team 1 of Shapeshifters and Rivals Rewards a little bit today, because Shapeshifters, they maybe have a chance to rise a little bit out of packs, because these cards have been very hyped. We've seen them move in price almost every single day. This guy, Elise, every day goes from like 600K up to almost 700. He did it again yesterday. He's very hyped. But today with Rivals Rewards, I think is going to be your opportunity if you want to invest in a couple of these cards. Now, of course, it seems a little risky because you don't know how much supply is there going to be from Rivals Rewards. But you got to know, if you're going to invest in one of these cards, they have to drop in price today for you to invest. And they've got to be hyped, and they've got to be a card that people want to use. This Mamadashvili is a perfect example of a card, if you were going to risk an investment on Shapeshifters Team 1, that you would want to buy, because his price has moved like crazy all week. He was 140K on Monday. He was there on Sunday as well, rose to 190, went down to 130, and he's been slowly rising all week. Had a really big rise yesterday. If this card goes back down to like 140 or 150, maybe he goes a little bit lower than that. We'll see how the weight is with rewards today and how much supply there is. That could be a card you invest in. Konate has got a good bit of hype. That could be a card you invest in. Marco Royce, Odegaard, Rashford, those could be decent cards to watch. Now, it's not a guarantee that these Shapeshifters will rise out of packs, but I did look back to FIFA 23, and I did notice that like the expensive cards from that team rose up just for a week. Maybe Shapeshifters Team 2 back in FIFA 23 was really bad. And if that's how this next week feels content-wise, some of the cards from Team 1 could go up a little bit. Because again, these cards contributed to and were one of the main reasons why the market crashed so much this past weekend. So I guess we'll do this for the bottom line. If there's a card from Team 1 of Shapeshifters that you want for your team, it's a non-negotiable, you're going to buy it because you haven't packed it yet and you want it, definitely buy it today during rewards, and then we'll just see how the content looks for the rest of the weekend, and that'll give us an idea of how well these cards are going to do. I'd also shout icons in here. Cafu, some of these are pretty rare. Vieira, like some of these cards people might be interested in picking up for their teams as well, and they could be good investments today during Division Rivals Rewards supply. So that's one of the big things, but the rest of content today on Thursday, other than the market side of things for Rivals, it's probably going to be a really quiet day. We have one player SBC leaked that is left. It's not a good one. I think it's Kowalski from the Frauen Bundesliga, a women's card coming in there. I guess there would be one last shout for an evolution today as well. There could be an Evo today, but there's none leaked at the moment. For me personally right now, I'm just trying to get through this crazy Evo chain for the Hudlin card that I'm building, and you know, it's a lot of Evos in a short amount of time to get him boosted up because some of these Evos are expiring soon. That's one thing to mention. The Just a Gimmick and Kuhn's Legacy evolutions, specifically Kuhn's Legacy. If you haven't done that one seems like it's really worth the 200K because of the playstyle pluses it gives and all the crazy cards and combinations that it fits on. Also, some of the rewards cosmetics, if you're watching this before Rivals, some of these expire, like the last season passes rewards, like the right mid inside forward plus, they expire at the time of the, you know, Rivals rewards coming out and all that. So that's kind of, I don't expect a big day today, but maybe an Evo, definitely more leaks. Really, it's the leaks that is the biggest news that we're going to be watching out for today. And you know what, just for fun of it, let's end the video with the pack. I have to think when I say that now every time since I said it wrong earlier on. Let's do a 84 times 7 for the lads. No Shapeshifter. This will just hopefully give me a couple of 85s and 86s for, oh, Cristiano Ronaldo. Okay, well, 186. All right, back into the exchanges we go. I'm still enjoying the exchange grind because it is something to do. Not saying it's amazing, but it's different, and it's one of the better grinds that we've had in a while just because it is virtually unlimited, but it does take a little bit of work. I know it's not what everybody wanted, but I'm still enjoying it at the moment because it does give you the ability to just keep ripping packs and ripping packs. And I know I said this earlier, but this is the really big key for this weekend is, does EA make the tweaks to these exchanges that we want to see? Do they make it minimum 89 rated for that 89 rated exchange? Do they change the requirements at all and make them a little bit cheaper? Are they going to be out for longer? That's what we're really looking forward to this weekend as well, to see what happens. Because I agree, some of you guys are saying, well, it seems like EA was just making a test out of this release of the exchanges because they're only out for a couple of days. We'll see if they come back right away. If they don't come back until the next week on Tuesday, We'll just have to see. But I think leaks will answer a lot of our questions today, and we will be here in the stream discussing all of those as they drop. Also, there's going to be some more SP today if you're trying to catch up in the season, of course. It'll be the refresh day. More and more people, myself included, will finally be hitting level 35 in the season pass today to get that layout, to get that caca, and all the packs and evolutions that go alongside of it. Also, quick shout. This Eric Dyer card, if you missed out on Eric Dyer at level 30, I feel for you because I know he's a Spurs card, Spurs legend, I guess you could say. He is insane. I am so loving this card. I'm going to be bummed out that I won't be able to use him today because I have to play the league, the cup mode, instead of rivals. But this card has been so fun for me. With a Catalyst, he's wicked fast, and the Bruiser playstyle as a striker, he's like, he never loses an aerial duel, and you can't take the ball off him. He's so fun to use. I'm glad he's a free card in the season pass because it'd be tough to pack him or I wouldn't want to buy him with coins. But that's just one little shout there I wanted to add at the end of the video. Hopefully you guys have a great Thursday. We will see you guys on the stream today. Links are down below in the description if you want to check us out elsewhere. TikTok, Twitch, YouTube here, of course, Instagram, and X/Twitter. Hope you guys have a great Thursday. Once again, good luck with your Rivals rewards, and I'll see you guys in the stream today. It's been TheFutAccountant. Catch you there. Peace out.